Hello everybody, Justin here. I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or a great night. And let's jump to the chart. Second. Okay, let's go. First, before we start on link, I want to show you something that I mentioned yesterday. Okay, so here in the left chart we have link, and in the right chart we have VAT, VeChain. Okay, I just want to show you something. I posted on Twitter a sheet about the bull markets and bear markets, how it behaves, how it works. Okay, so this is a clear example of how it works. As you guys can see here in the left chart for link, we have our high, our low, and our high here. Okay, so this is a bull market. We have high, higher low, higher high, higher low, something like this. Okay, so this is a bull market, and what we have here for the chain, for high, higher low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low. Okay, so this is a bear market. Okay, so have this in mind. Just a quick example. Let's get back to Chainlink. Okay, so here we have a clear continuation pattern, bullish, from late 2017. I can make a better draw. And then we had our targets. Okay, our bull break, no news. And so again, we have a bull break, a bull run for Chainlink. Okay, so far, and we know it's very unlikely to see what, a new low compared to the previous one. Okay, so it would need a lot of effort and money to bring link down. Okay, let's take a look on OBV. Looking great. We have, okay, now let's take a closer look here. We have this marginal higher high here compared to this one, but there is a key thing here, okay, that we have to watch out. That is the $5 range. Okay, so now let's take a zoom again. I don't know if you guys can see the tail made the point on the $5 range, just a little above. If you look on the high, is 5.02, okay, which means the 5 range level is triggered for continuation. Okay, so we know we are probably going higher, but not now. Okay, have this in mind. It can happen. Yes, it can happen. Something, for example, like this. But what we are expecting is something like this. Okay, so we end up with defend our previous low, make a new higher low, and then we go up. Okay, so That's not what we are expecting for now. Let's take a closer look. So again, about this structure here, we can take this, for example, for now, as a quadruple top, okay, which is not bullish. We are having strong resistance below the 5 range, and this was expected as we have around the $3 range as well. Okay, you can see it on the lower time frames. So have this in mind for now. So here you guys can see we had a also let's get back first, check this guy here, and then we move forward. We do a quick draw here like this. Decorate. Okay, so Y a straight line. Just a second, please. Okay, let's go. So why I won't measure from here. Okay, and I'm going to tell you why. My analysis and my trading setup is based on structures and patterns. So it's not about drawing lines and draw guessworks on top of it. Okay, that's not how it works. There is a nature, there is a behavior, and there's an outcome of it. Okay, so it's not random. It's not something chaotic that may happen, may not happen. No, technical analysis work. Okay, we have targets, we have numbers, we have math, and etc. So why it would be wrong to draw from here, from this guy? This move right here, this one here, was the beginning, okay? Was the early days. So we had this impulse, and then this guy here is the outcome of this other guy here. Okay, so if for people who are familiar with the Elliott theory analysis, and if your trading setup is based on Elliott theory, you know you are not going to measure this point here. And why? Because this will give us a bearish entry or a bearish site, which is not the case here. For example, if we make this 0, A, B, C, D, E, people would short here and sell here because they saw a wrong Elliott setup. Okay? So how do we measure? We had our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and our 6 right here. And in other words, if you are using TradingView tools for Elliott, you will read this at 0, A, B, C, D, E, a little of consolidation above the first target for this structure, and then our bull break. Okay, so now let's move forward. Okay, so this structure right here, what we had here back in the day, and I also made some analysis here. We had our beginning, and so here this. Okay, perfect. So this is another bullish continuation pattern that we had no straight continuation. Okay, I don't remember if it was based on top of Bitcoin because the main currencies and tokens are following Bitcoin. Okay, this is a fact. Bitcoin is the market pivot. So we end up in our top resistance. Okay, we triggered 5. That's very significant level, and show us that we are going to have continuation soon. And so this guy here, this pattern here faded right here. Okay, because the target for this trade right here was close to this level here. If I'm not wrong, I have to check the other charts, okay? So just for you guys to have a better idea. In other words, what we can read here for human behavior psychology, for example, we are bullish and we made all the point in the structure here, but what wasn't ready yet for a bull break, because maybe for multiple events this could trigger some move also in other coins or in other tokens, and also on Ethereum. Okay, so it's like a clock. You know what I mean? It's like we are not ready yet. We need more time. Like for example, regulations. I don't know, something like that on that range. Okay, and so here, what we are developing here now. This structure right here, like I talked before, in a previous video, if I'm not wrong, this move here already lost steam, okay? Which means the chances that we keep going higher are very, very low. But this is for short time frame, okay? So what we can look for here is another structure similar to this one. Okay, because these structures are based in two things: low volatility, we have a few people trading. We know that only 5% are real traders. Most of the trades are basically made by exchanges, okay, and the exchanges are following a schedule, okay. And in my mind, I know that Bitcoin is on top of this schedule, okay? Don't trust what I'm saying, don't take my word, do your research, check the charts and the dates, and you will figure out for yourself, okay? So we have low volatility, we have so these patterns are made on top of the decreasing of volume, okay? Because if we had raging volume, we would see a much aggressive move here, okay? And as you guys can see, it's exactly what happened before and exactly the same thing that's happening right now. And if we compare the past from today, we had more buying volume back in the day than we are having in these days, okay? This is somewhat a red flag. Just a second, please. Okay, let's go. And so if we make another draw here back in the day, oops, okay, something like this, just for you guys to have a better idea. Can you see how the volume behave before the bull break takes place? Do you remember that statement that the volume always precedes price? Okay, and we saw here decreasing volume all the time, and then we had raging volume when the market was almost dead. And you see these three little bars here, bearish activity. This is people taking profits from the previous activity. Okay, maybe people who bought at these levels and were looking for some profit to get out. Okay, So just an idea of what we had. And so now we are having the same scenario, but we are not ready yet. Okay. If we take an example, another example here, 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 from here, and then fading volume. Q will give us to the point where the market looks like dead, but is not dead. That's the perfect moment for the bulls to show up and fill their bags and positions and etc. That's when we are going to have our bull break. So we faded here. As you guys can see, we had low volume, right? And we know that price precedes volume, so we need a lot of volume. Okay, only a few won't be able to pierce main levels and make new highs. Okay, so always watch for volume. Volume is key in technical analysis, and also if you are trading, you have to watch volume always. Volume is your friend, never forget it, because they can manipulate, for example, the price behavior, but they can't hide volume. They will be always there. Okay, so now this guy here is the outcome of this structure here. Okay, and what we are going to do now, sorry, we are going to measure this guy, the one that made it to 5.02, which is our trigger. And now we are going to look for bullish continuation. Okay, we are not going to see a bull flag here, a perfect one, because the volume, again, volume is decreasing. Okay, if we're going to have a bull flag here, we will need moves like this, perfect moves, and a symmetrical move. Okay, like a radio wave, but we are not having such an either volume. Okay, so we are going to look for contraction before expansion again. Okay, price hasn't changed, price behavior probably won't change as well. So we are looking for the same scenario to play out again. If something change, we will change too. Okay, but for now is not the case. So what we have now is this. Okay, this is a speculative line. I'm speculating here based on volume behavior. Okay, so it's not a guesswork. And this line here, okay, always wait for the next pivot before drawing your lines. Okay, lines can be tricky, they can fool you, they can be wrong, and watch out. Okay, take care always. So now we are going to let me see, where is the summer? Okay, the summer is right here. Draw a line. Okay, here's we have the summer. And here we have the autumn. So what we are looking for here, we are looking for a higher low compared to this one, which means it's something like this. Okay, can be even lower, it doesn't mean anything above this level here, it's a higher low and bullish. Okay, and how this structure can play out if we take in account this one here and this one here, we will end up with something like this, or higher low, or lower high, higher low, and bull break. Can you see it repeating? And why we are expecting this scenario? Because we have evidence for such. Again, just take a look on volume. Okay, so You have the best tools at your disposal, free tools. You have the knowledge to read it properly, and you can do it on your own. Okay, I know it's not easy. I know if you are a trader, you are looking for lower time frames, but you always have to acknowledge the bigger picture. Okay, otherwise you will end up trapped. Now let's jump into lower time frames. Oh, let's take a look on OBV as well. Okay, just a second. Okay, so OBV is looking great. And let's make another draw here so you guys can understand a little more the behavior of price versus buying volume and also volume. Okay, buying volume, what it is? It's when we use unbalanced volume to know when you have more buyers compared to more sellers, or you have more like, yes, more people buying than people selling. Okay, so each time the lines go up, we have more people buying. Every time the lines go down, we have more people selling. Okay, so for example, in this scenario right here, we had this high here and this high here. So right after, we had this sell here, but we didn't had a correspondent move on OBV, which means the buyers were looking for a discount. Okay, so they were looking for a higher low. Okay, and not a higher low in the middle, because people who made the draw for a pattern here, they end up out of the trade. Okay, this is something I'm working on. I am doing a research to improve my analysis and also my trading setup about patterns and how they play out, how they behave, and how to make the best out of it. Okay, because this draw here, it's all wrong. Okay, for multiple reasons, and we can see many times people making draws like this. For example, this one here. Okay, and with this, remember, each candle is a wick. Okay, and with this move here, what they will say? Oh, we broke the trend line and this is it, is over, we are going to sell because it's bearish. So a wrong picture, a wrong analysis will blur your sight, and you will end up in the wrong side of the trade or in the correct path. Okay, so always watch out, improve your skills. And so this was true, that the bulls were looking for a discount, not trading in the middle. Can you see? The bulls are not trading in the middle. They are always looking for a promotion or a discount. Okay, so let's move on. OBV is looking great. If we look here in the short time frame, we had our high, our low, our high, our low, our high, and now we are looking for our higher low, which will give us contraction, which will lead us double break. And we will be looking for volume always. Okay, so when volumes kick in, get ready to, like people say, for Lambo or Moon or whatever. Okay, just watch out. Okay? Don't care about what people say. Watch for what the charts say. Okay, because everything is accounted in the charts. Everything, every info that we need is in the charts. The charts are our friends, always and always will be. Okay. Let's take a look here. Closer look here. We have this bearish spinning top, somewhat shooting star doji, which is bearish, and the bulls, they faded right here. Okay, they are, if they are not out already, they are looking to close their positions or even start to short. Okay, because for example, this candle right here, it's behaving following Bitcoin. Don't take my word. Open Bitcoin chart and you will see correlated. Okay, so we have this bearish doji, another bearish doji here that we have some steam to keep it going up, and I believe, I may be wrong here, but it is possible to make a double top here or even a marginal lower high. Okay, it is possible. Let's watch out. And remember, a scenario for a bull break here, the chances are around maybe 2 to 4%. Okay, maybe less. So have this in mind. If you are looking to long this scenario right here, your odds, risk versus reward, are very low. Okay, and if you trade the same scenario 100 times, you will lose your capital because it's a losing side of the trade. Okay, so just a hint. And now let's go back. No, let's jump into the 3-day chart. Okay, give me a second, please. Thanks. Let's go. So this pattern, okay, so again, we made a double top here with another possible scenario for bearish structures. We had the C19 dump that was, again, if you guys take a look on the external event about this guy here, you know what I'm talking about. I can mention it here. If you look when this took place, and if you look in all the charts, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, SPX, Amazon, Tesla, Bitcoin, take a look, and then you tell me if this was something like, you know what I mean. I hope you guys check this out. And so for the sake of this example, this took place right here, right on top. And if you check this date here, the same scenario, you will see that we had Bitcoin there too. Okay, so take a look what the charts, draw your conclusion. Don't take my word, do your research. Okay, we had this somewhat continuation pattern here, not so clear. This was a tricky one because we had high volatility here, our bull break, and then we developed this bearish structure. Okay, and a bearish structure will give a bearish target. Okay, bearish structures don't give bullish targets. It's off the odds. Okay, always remember it. Okay, so we can see here multiple indecision charts. Okay, we had this like a tombstone doji, the shooting star, bearish spinning top again, bearish spinning top, and now we have the bearish hammer. Okay, so this is all because the buyers and the sellers, they are not confident on what's going to happen next. Okay, so this is, it's like if like I say, if it's not bullish, it is bearish. It can be both. Okay, or it's a fan or it's another fan, or it's A or it's B. Okay, in my site, in my analysis, we don't have the wall as an option. Okay, the wall will never be an option. For me, it's bullish or it's bearish, never both. Okay, so if it's not clear, I'm out, I'm not trading. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, no much info here. If you look here on OBV, the volume is so low, it's so low that we stay in this range of consolidation. Okay, and another hint for you, it's this. How to know who is in charge of this structure right here and in the nest that will come. Look for the ones in control. Okay, so the bulls are in control and the bulls are handling the bigger picture here. Okay, again, if we had a scenario like this, we would say this scenario was bearish and not bullish. Okay, so always look for all the info the charts are giving you. There is a lot of information here, there is a lot of data that we can use in our favor. Okay, let's jump into the daily. Okay, so this is our, let me see if I can make a better draw here. Our previous bearish structure that let me zoom again, just a second please. Okay, so this structure right here, back in the day I tried to make a single trade here following Bitcoin, but we have a bear break on Bitcoin that we were not expecting, and then we lost a position here, and now we are looking for a short. Okay, because there's no range for long positions here. Okay, so this is our rising wedge. Okay, not perfect, just for you guys to have an idea of what was happening here. And we know that the target, the math target for a rising wedge is 50%. Okay, 50% for the rising wedge and 50% for the falling wedge. Okay, which we made it right here. Okay, if we draw a Fibonacci here, this is our 50% range for Fibonacci. Okay, and I will show you. Can you see? We made it to the 50 and also to the golden, which was a bear sign. Okay, so have this tail here in mind. And why this guy was a red flag? Okay, I'm going to show you. Remember, we don't need a single red flag. Okay, we can have multiple ones. So as you guys can see, this guy here pierced the floor. Okay, so it's one red flag. Okay, that there are signs that we keep following before we make our decision. So rising wedge, bears pay off 50%, and then we keep going because right now, like I said, it's following Bitcoin. Okay, so we are expecting Bitcoin to reach maybe 10k, 10 and 500. It is possible based on Fibonacci targets. We have some triggers and also confluence. And what we can see here on Link is the same behavior. Okay, let's say if Bitcoin made it to 10k, we are probably going to see a lower high here. Okay, compared to the previous one, which will give us our continuation. Okay, so watch out Bitcoin and other top cryptos as well, because big changes on top will always reflect in the bottom. Okay, for example, Ethereum dominance is way higher compared to Link. Also XRP dominance is way higher compared to Link. Okay, so have the numbers in mind. And now let's take a look on the 4 hours. Let's look for more clues. We have a failed attempt here. This guy right here. This is a perfect trading setup, but we should had a bull break here. But why we didn't had? Because again, our structure here was bullish, but Bitcoin break bearish in the short time frame. Okay, and we know 95% of the trades are made by bots, and bots use the info of Bitcoin price and behavior to do their moves as well. Okay, so just for the sake here, we had our higher low, higher low, higher low, which is it's bearish. Okay, due to all the facts that we already talked about the whole structure, the whole scenario. And here we are we are looking for another structure, because price will always behave in patterns. Okay, some people like to call fractals, but what is a fractal? Is like an infinite pattern that keeps repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating, and we can solve this and measure this on using Fibonacci. Okay, but every fractal and every structure has a limitation, and this limitation is made by design. Okay, so the limitations are like when we talk about price discovery. For example, today nobody knows what is the true value for Bitcoin or for Link, for example, or Ethereum or XRP. We are going to discover these numbers soon. Okay, but so far we don't know. We don't have perpetual targets. Okay, so have this in mind. Maybe this info will help you out there. Okay, so now we are looking for another structure right here. What we have here is this. That broke bearish from this one, right? And if we add the bigger picture, always, that some people call channels, we're going to see some price behavior, and those channels, they are not the same as the structures inside. Okay, so again, this is a bullish continuation structure that broke bearish, but a descending channel is not bearish. So you may be confused right now. Let me explain. In the bigger picture, weekly and daily, we are bearish, also in the monthly. But in the small picture, this guy here, remember when I said it can go up and make a lower high compared to the previous one? If you use the same site and the same pattern in behavior, you will see that we have this connection from the short time frame for our chart to the daily and the weekly and the monthly. That's how we put everything together. Imagine a basket. Not the best one, right? But okay. And then you draw the monthly, the weekly, the daily, and the 4 hours, for example. And what we are looking here, where things start. Everything starts on the minute, 3, 5, 15, 1 hour, 4 hours, daily, 2 days, weekly, and etc. So it's like we go up in the high time frames, and then when we had like a bearish trigger on top, it always start in 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, and goes on. Okay, so everything is connected from E to Z and from Z to A, or in numbers for the chart from 1 minute to 1 month to 1 month to 1 minute. Okay, so for now this is what we're looking for. This is a broken mirror. Okay, the theory I am working on. And so again, we can look for a break here if Bitcoin does so. Go for our lower high. Or it's also possible to go down here. It's very unlikely, okay? This is very unlikely because we read what is written now. And we don't have any evidence for this move now, okay? This is just an example. So we are likely to have a break here following Bitcoin. Maybe not so aggressive. We can still make a lower high compared to this guy here. Okay, and then we goes up again following Bitcoin. So I know there is a lot of information here. There are multiple things to always look at. I really hope you guys watch out for everything, every detail. Never leave anything behind. Okay, the clues are your friend, and watch out for everything. Always, okay, always. Don't listen for what the headlines say. Okay, listen to the charts. The charts will tell you the truth. He shared real data like volume that nobody can fool the volume, the numbers, and we can read it as well. And it's always great for us to watch out such things and stay try to stay always one step or two ahead. Okay, I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it's helpful. I hope it can improve your analysis and your trading setup or your strategy or whatever you are looking for. And this is it for Chainlink. And don't forget, hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe. You help me, I help you. Okay, let's exchange together and make our community great. Okay, I will see you guys soon. I will see if I can make another video today. Okay, thank you.